Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Gardener. Unfortunately, it's so windy today. As you can see, the amount of noise and the amount of wind. But there was a very important topic that I wanted to share it with you guys. So I thought I will make the video. I'm going to be doing a voiceover, otherwise you won't be able to hear a single word. So the issue what's happening is a lot of new people are joining in and they happen to watch only the latest video or the new videos. I have around 961 videos that tend to cover a lot of topics in detail. So please do watch those videos as well. But there is one very important video. I'll put the link in the description below. It is the post-transit care, because this is where a lot of new people are making a mistake. Now, recently, I just happened to finish up with a message with one person. They had recently purchased a succulent and immediately they went ahead and watered the succulent after repotting it. Now, ideally, you're supposed to wait for a couple of days, at least for 5 to 6 days if the succulent is very well hydrated. If the succulent has very little wrinkles, it's absolutely okay. You can still wait, but do not water the same day. Now, what happened is that they happened to water the same day and now the succulent has a stem rot. Probably there was a cut on the stem, because at times there could be certain cuts on the stem which is not very evident, which we tend to miss out. So it's always better to be on the safer side. Do not water the same day. Wait for at least 3 to 4 days. If you feel that your succulent is extremely dehydrated, you can wait for 3 to 4 days and after that you can go ahead and water it. Remember, if your soil mix is of the right consistency, if the succulent has like 4 or 5 leaves, they are wrinkled, the moment you're going to put it into the soil, those wrinkles will disappear within 24 to 48 hours because the succulent starts to absorb moisture from the environment. So if you are from a very humid environment, wait for at least 5 to 6 days. Do not water the same day. Now remember, the person's succulent is already starting to have a stem rot. The succulent which was supposed to acclimate in the new environment is already dealing with a stem rot. So be extremely careful. Another important thing that I want to share with you guys is a lot of you are kind of running out of patience. What I feel is because I have advised you guys to keep the succulents in indirect bright light. When you purchase them new, do not expose them to direct sunlight, especially right now. We all know that the summers are very extreme. You do not want to expose them to direct sunlight. Some people are asking me, can we put it out in direct sunlight within 20 days of purchasing the succulent? It is not going to work out really well, guys. Remember, the initial stage is what tends to help your succulent become even more stronger in your environment. So you have to have a lot of patience. Nothing is going to happen if you're going to keep your succulent in indirect bright light. The succulent will do quite well. If you want, you can keep your succulents under a green shade cloth as well. It's absolutely okay. If you're worried about indirect bright light, you can use the light meter. I have already made a video on that as well. I'll put the link in the description below. You can just measure the light. It has to be anywhere above 2000 lux. It's absolutely fine. Your succulent is going to do fantastic. But please don't be in a hurry to water and expose your succulents to direct sunlight, especially when they have just come in. It takes at least a month and a half. A lot of my succulents take around 2 months as well during the summer season in order for them to get acclimated. So the whole process is very slow. You need to have a lot of patience. Don't be in a hurry to water. Don't be in a hurry to put them out in direct sunlight. Apart from that, please do not use fertilizers. At least for if you are a person who tends to use fertilizers, ideally it's not required. But if you still want to go ahead and use it, do not use it at the same time when you are repotting it. Do not use it within like couple of weeks. Wait for at least 2 or 3 months before you want to go ahead and add any fertilizers. Apart from that, you also need to check whether the succulent is dormant or not. A lot of times we purchase combo succulents and there are certain succulents that are dormant and we still go ahead and add fertilizers. So all of these things have to be kept in mind. So ensure that you give the basic requirement, which is ensure that your soil mix is loose, porous, well draining. Keep them in indirect bright light where there is a good amount of air circulation and water them after 5 or 6 days. This is going to work out really well. As I said, the initial 1 to 2 months period is the most crucial period for our plants, for our succulents, because that's when they tend to acclimate. They tend to kind of get adjusted in our environment, and if we try to do something that is not supposed to be done, like watering them immediately, adding of fertilizers immediately, or for that matter exposing them to direct sunlight without acclimating them, where there is a chance of them getting burnt. So all of these things need to be kept in mind. Don't be in a hurry, go slow, and trust me, things will work out really well. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.